Alright guys, welcome back. Finally we're doing a proper vlog. Last one I uploaded was like an hour long. It was a mix of all kinds of shit that we've recorded over several weeks. But today we're going to get back into it. Right now we're outside, which is strange because we never ever build outside, but we're building outside today. What happened today, that's a new thing. You probably saw it behind me, but we had this rented temporary chain link fence installed around the entire outside area. So this is what we're doing in part for coronavirus precautions, and the other part is because it blocks the neighbors from seeing what we do, because the stuff we do kind of looks, you know, it looks scary. It's not appealing to everyone. So this way we can have it up, it pleases them, and it makes this more exclusive. So it's very cool. It was nice. They came, dropped it off. It's all in a bunch of panels. They put the sandbags on, they screwed it all together, and they put the privacy screen on. So it's all great. It looks awesome. So now we are working on our privacy fence that comes off of our chainsaw room, and it's going to make up our chainsaw exit, as well as our photo ops on this side of the room. So we're running that out here this way, and then we'll start to make the rest of the scare zone space and the escape room and the axe throwing and all that stuff. Alright, so under the firelight you can kind of see we've got this, let me turn on my flashlight. Over here is the new exit to the chainsaw room. Right down this way. Long privacy fence alley for them to come out. Photo op 1, the tank, all fenced in. Photo op 2 will be the padded cell. Photo op 3 will go right here. It's going to be the werewolf. We got to bring it out here. Photo op 4 will be our knife board, which she was painting right now, which is this old floor we had over here. We used to have this on some casters, and it would spin around as the audience walked on it, but she's repainting it right now. We're going to put this up, and the audience can kind of walk up to it. It'll have knives on it and stuff, like it's old knife throwing thing. And then we're going to try to get the entrance up, or at least try to get this entrance to the scare zone, and get the scare zone all closed in and stuff, so we can start placing our props and wrapping up the scare zone. So we have to build an entrance here, up and over this, and then some fencing across this, another archway over there, and connect it to the chain link. Right now, damn. Right now they're taking this old wrought iron kind of gate stuff we've got. We've got two pieces.
Texas and Kansas.
There, one here, one there. It's gonna connect to this giant fucking gate, wherever it is.
The gate's right there.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. So this will go in middle, and it'll connect on either side to that. So it's gonna be pretty cool. It'll go right there. And it's gonna look very nice. So that's the plan. So that way our fast pass has something kind of cool to walk through. So that's the plan here. Anyway, we're gonna see what else we can knock out. Let's do it. Oh yeah, we got some fire. Look how hot the barrel is. So hot. It's glowing through the bottom. Spooky. So me and Stefan just about died. We're wrapping up outside. It's been a long day. We are currently moving our tower, and we moved it once, and Stefan had the top of it. He was carrying it, and we set it down. Well, then when we went to lay it down again, the light caught it, and I said, oh, there's a wasp nest on this. And then I saw something move on it. I said, oh, there's wasps on it. Set it up. So we set it up, and then we look, and there's probably 30 wasps on the whole top of this this tower. So right now, and we were like literally holding, he was literally holding this board that these 30 wasps are on. Luckily it's nighttime, so they're not freaking out right now. Otherwise we'd already known about it. But I'm going to try to show you these wasps so you can see what we're dealing with while we try to find this spray. Turn this camera around. So we were moving this tower. As you can see, that wasp nest right there, that has about 3 or 4 wasps on it. I see another one there, another one there, another one there, another one there, and who knows how many more. Another one right there. So there's quite a few, and Stefan was holding that.
I almost
Your
died.
fucking hand was literally up in that thing, dude. So we're gonna try to find some spray and kill these things, and then get this tower moved.
It's fucking crazy.
And then once we do that, we'll show you the progress out here before we leave. Hi guys, welcome back. Today is day 2 of auditions, or sorry, day 2 of actor classes. Yesterday was day 1, went pretty well. We had a rainy day, so we all got to play outside in the rain. That was fun. Actor classes went all day, and then we did some more work on the scare zone outside. It's really starting to come together. We started to get props up yesterday, things like that. Wrapped up our fence. Now I have to go to Harbor Freight to get a new spray gun so I can paint costumes. Then we're headed to the haunt for more actor classes today. We'll be working outside some more, stuff like that. I'll show you the progress. I know I didn't show you the progress in the last vlog like I told you I would, but you'll see it today. And there's a lot to see, so I'll explain it all when I get there. Let's go to the stores. Alright guys, so it's been a whole day, but we've got some cool stuff happening right now, and I want to show you it outside, and then what I'm working inside, I'm going to show it. So the last you saw was us working with hardly any scare zone stuff up. Now there's a whole lot. We've got the escape room placed right here. We're making kind of a facade around it to make kind of cool privacy fence chunks. Then this little inlet part right here is going to be the axe throwing lanes. We're using those boards as our axe throwing boards. We made it extra tall in back so they can't throw an axe over the top and hit someone over there, because that would be very bad. Privacy fence comes to here. You've got one entrance into the scare zone there. Privacy fence here. Another entrance into the scare zone there. Flame tower right there. That's getting covered in this old rusty metal that we have. Whole pile of it over there. You've got photo op number 1 is Halloween knife board. This was the old spinning floor from way back at our old property. We're gonna, but we repainted it orange and black, so it's all scary. Added some drips and stuff, so it's like Halloween. And then we're gonna put some corn stalks and stuff and our name on it. The werewolf that I'm painting right now, which I'm gonna show you that when I walk inside, will go right here, have our name on it too. You've got the padded cell here, which we're going to throw a medical chair here that they can actually sit in, and it'll have our name on back. And then the tank there, which obviously it's a tank, and it'll have our name on it too. Chainsaw exits right along here. Right now it's all covered in this shit, so you can't see it. The DJ booth, last year we had problems with him getting hit with like water and stuff. Now he won't have that problem because he has a roof. He has a wall to hide all his stuff, and he has walls on each side, so he'll stay very dry in case it rains. We've got some props here in the scare zone. We brought this old spirit tree out here, made this little planter box around it, put some orange Halloween leaves and stuff all through it. It's almost done. And then we started adding this raffia prairie grass stuff. I don't know if you could see it or not, but I'll show you it over here. We use this a lot for like old weeds and stuff. It looks really cool. And then Jacob just did this scare box, which is it'll have a scarecrow here, a scarecrow on the other side, and then corn stalks coming all up out of it. And it's made to where we can climb inside, and we've got a scare on each corner. So it's very cool, or at least looks like on one corner. The scaffolds will be covered in that scary metal too, so we can stand on top and scare around and stuff. The skull that I'm painting right now is going to go right here on a stand and stuff, have fog coming out. Here's another one of those trees and more lighting. We've got to add more leaves on it, but when it's done, it's going to look like a a fall themed scary tree with this little planter around it and stuff. Got to add the grasses on there. We've got some more platforms over here in the scare zone. The scare zone will have creative lighting that will be a mix of purples and blues. We got to make a pumpkin cart over here in the corner. It'll have a bunch of fog, it'll have fire, it'll have foam that we're spraying out and stuff. You've got our new banners for social media up here, and they can actually scan these and it takes them to a page where they can just hit like to like us or to follow us or whatever it is on there. So that's our scare zone. Currently I am hurt, so I'm walking kind of weird. But yeah, this is going to be really cool to run around in and scare. In this area here in front of this privacy fence outside, we'll have a large hay bale area where they can have a seat, eat, drink, relax. This area over here is all our vendor space. And this area over here, you've got the exit over there and the entrance here. I need to talk to Stefan about something before he leaves. So I'm going to show you the entrance, and they're putting the exit up right now.
Don't mind my car.
Mind his car. New information is up, new calendar is there. The prices are on the other side because they only need to know our dates and times when we're closed. When they're here, they obviously know we're open, so the door opens and the prices are on the other side. You've got all our banners on here for our Snapchat, social medias, all of our rankings and stuff, and then this is for our Fear app, which is another interactive thing. Hey, we should hook that up as well. We need to screw with that before we open.
What?
The Fear app.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Because that would be something cool to implement into the scare zone and stuff.
We're supposed to.
Since they can like walk around. But now you've got the big entrance there. Haunted Hills Hospital. Enter, exit. With this cool border that we came up with and he created. The orange and white and Halloween skulls and stuff. It's our new kind of theme for this year. You've got one banner explaining our reaction to the coronavirus, and then this one which is explaining our new virtual queue line. So very cool. He's putting the exit up. So this area here will be where security happens. We do wanding and searches and stuff of everyone before they come on the property to make sure that they don't have any knives, any guns, things like that, anything they're not supposed to have. We still have a whole bucket of knives that people left here and just never came to get from last year. So it happens way more often than you would think. We caught probably like 10 people that had guns last year, and if we weren't wanding them, we wouldn't have known that, and you never know what's going to happen. I recommend you do the same thing at your haunted house. It doesn't take long, and the audience appreciates it because they know they are protected inside. So we're putting the exit up right here along there so they can exit that side, enter this side. So that's the outside, and I'll show you what I'm working on, the werewolf inside, and show you something really cool about it too. So here inside, the first thing I've done is I've taken the top of this, and the bottom of this, and these are this old latex skull prop. I don't remember where we got it from, but it's an old prop. It had some dry rot to it. A lot of it had spider web cracks all over it. Well, I'm going to put it outside, so I needed to do something to the outside. So I took Flex Seal, sprayable Flex Seal, gray, make sure it's gray, and I sprayed the whole thing to coat it, and tomorrow once it's dry I'll flip it over, I'll spray the whole bottom, and any tiny cracks and stuff got covered up with a layer of rubber. This stuff will seal your roof, I know, because I sprayed it on our roof to stop a leak. It'll seal, cracks and stuff, so it only stands to reason that it should work on this prop. Now, I wasn't able to put any paint on this the last time we sprayed it on something, so what ends up happening is after this dries, I'm going to spray it with a layer of spray glue to give the latex paint something to bite onto, and then we'll spray this whole thing and detail all of it. We'll probably try and keep the base that kind of gray, and then come through and do some distressing techniques to it and painting and stuff. The other thing is this prop right here. So we've had this prop for a long time, probably like 6 years or so, and we got this from the same haunted house we got this from. And the last time they used it as like a Krampus Christmas kind of monster, so they added all this stuff and made it all kind of white and stuff. Well, this whole thing was on its head. You might remember seeing this before. Well, we started to repaint it and I tore it all off, and this is what it looks like with it tore off. I think it's much scarier like that. And once I am done, so far I've based it out, and I'm going to come through, we're going to take it in there, and I'm going to repaint the whole thing, repaint the teeth, repaint the head, rehair it, all that stuff. I'm going to add blood and drool and stuff coming out of its mouth, and then this is going to go outside for a photo op. So what was cool about this is if you look right there, that is a stamp from a company. I don't know if you can read that, but that to me says Distortions, and I believe it says 1994, which means this prop was sculpted by Distortions Unlimited, mentors of mine, in 1994, which means this prop is 1 year older than me. This prop is 26 years old, and it's cool that I am painting it because that means that the last person who painted this, or painted it originally, was at Edmunds. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, this is going to go outside. We're going to take off all these, all the cylinders and mechanisms and stuff underneath it because it doesn't need to have that, and we don't need it to get screwed up. So yeah, we're going to take it all out and take it outside as a photo op for the customers. So yeah, that's going to be a cool kind of thing. It's based. Tomorrow we're going to take it into there so we can get the smaller airbrushes to do all the little lines and details and stuff and make it look real cool. So it's going to look sweet once it's done, hopefully better than it's ever looked. So anyway, we're going to be getting out of here for tonight. That's some progress updates. I know this wasn't a crazy long vlog, but you got an hour-long one like two days ago. So thank you guys very much for watching. I'm just now tuning out. You stay scary. Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're out here at the haunt. I just got my toe fixed today. Just a quick note, gonna be kind of gross. I had an ingrown toenail. It was causing all kinds of problems. Got that cut out today. It was quick. Made an appointment this morning. They were like, can you come at 2? And I was like, yeah. And then they were like, hey, can you come right now? And I was like, yeah. So then I went right then. They got me in, got taken care of, cut it out. It was fast. It was the only appointment I made. They were like, yep, it's an ingrown toenail. Let us cut it out. And they did. And now it's in the healing process. So she says that, you know, it takes 8 weeks for anything to heal. But she also said, I've seen some people come in, have this done, and then in 2 weeks, they're perfect. So I have an appointment for the 30th. So we'll be open at that point, but at least it's during the week. So hopefully this is healed up. Luckily, I never act opening weekend anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal for me. Because I have another week to heal before I have to run around, slide, and scare people. If you have questions about why I never act opening weekend, leave a comment. I'll address it in the next vlog if people are curious. But anyway, today I'm out here. I know Devin's supposed to be heading up here to help me, but we got the entrance and exit up last night. This stuff all out here. So what I'm going to do, I've got this screen, just that stuff. I'm going to hang it from here over to close that area off. I'm going to fix that chunk over there so it's nice. And then I've got ours, which is this green stuff that I'm going to hang basically from here, halfway on this, around to there. So ours isn't as tall, so I'll have to do like 2 stacks, but should be all right. Once that's done, we're gonna get some erosion cloth out here, hang it on these, get that stuff looking creepy. Then I've got all these old pickets and stuff. I'm gonna hang them on there, make it look like it's all fucking boarded up and stuff, make the entrance to the scare zone cool. Once that's done, I'm gonna have Devin start throwing our grasses on here. I also need her to paint the DJ booth so we can make it scary. We need to paint inside of this. And we got some signs and stuff that we need to start hanging up to start making it look nice out here. So the Hills Hollow Scare Zone signs are here. We need to hang those up. More signs are here. I'm not sure which ones, but they were in boxes. We need to get the metal up on the tower. We need to get the rest of the platforms in place and start to get that stuff done. We just need to start to get the scare zone getting completed. I know that at least one other person's supposed to come up here and help me today. That person I'm going to have wrap up the freezers. We've got one door that needs some lath, and then that's done. We're getting very close to being totally done inside of the haunted house with all the jobs that we were trying to do. We've just got a few kind of propping things left to do here and there. So hopefully we could wrap that up today too. It's going to be a late night. I don't work tomorrow. I have the next 3 days off. So we can get some serious stuff done. So let's do it. All right, guys, I will show you the progress when the progress on the scare zone when I get back to the haunt. Right now I'm headed up to a few stores. I need to get some things that we need to make the haunt happen. I'll show you them when I get there. There's 2 stores I need to go to, so we can, or 3 stores I need to go to, so we can get this up and running. Let's do it. All right, guys, we're out here at the haunt now. I'm gonna show you around the scare zone and then show you what I'm working on. So this area I'm standing in here, this big wide open area, this whole area will be all our vendors, all this area. This area is kind of like the hub where they're gonna walk in. They've got our merch. The porta potties will be right there. The dumpster, we're actually going to move it from there to over here, so it's out of our way, and the dump truck doesn't have to drive through the scare zone to get there. You've got the escape room, which we're adding something around it. You'll have axe throwing here. Those are our boards. We need to add our planks on there to throw at. Got this all closed off, and here's the entrance to the scare zone. So we made these archways, or these kind of tower things, covered them in planks, erosion cloth on back to make them scary, stuff like that. We may hang some more erosion cloth across this once we get the dumpster moved, so we know they don't have to drive in and out. You've got the Hills Hollow town signs for the Hills Hollow condemned scare zone. Hills Hollow has been a part of our lore for a long time, and we're really happy to start to bring that back to the haunted house. We haven't had it for the last, I don't know, about 4 years. So here's the other side, because there's 2 entrances to the scare zone. Where I'm standing right now will be a whole bunch of hay bales for the customers to just sit down, relax, chill out while they wait to go into the haunted house, if that's what they want to do. That way they can order food, stuff like that, have a place to kind of sit down while they wait. And right there above you got the flame tower shooting up fire and stuff. It's gonna be real cool. Everything's closed off, as you can see. Let's go in the other side of the scare zone, because that's likely where they will be walking anyway. So it's been a real project creating the scare zone, because we've never made one, and yeah, it's just been tough. So you've got our photo ops all along here. So you've got our first one here, which is kind of a knife board, like a throwing knife kind of board. We need to get our knives, add blood and stuff, and then we're going to add a bunch of corn stalks all around this, and we'll add a sign that says Haunted Hills on it, so that they can take a picture. It has our name, stuff like that. Here's the refurbished werewolf, looking all awesome in the daylight, bloody, drooly, gray-haired, stuff like that. Looks fantastic. So now that I brought it out here and it's not under the fluorescent lights inside, it looks just ferocious. So yeah, I wrapped this up last night. I did all this painting and stuff, added the drool, added the blood splatters, all that stuff. It's going to be really cool, and he'll again have a Haunted Hills plate hanging around his neck, so the audience can come up and take pictures with him. Our padded cell photo op, you'll have Haunted Hills hanging right there, so they can come jump in the chair and they look like a patient at an asylum. And then our tank, which will have Haunted Hills here, come up, take a picture. You've got the chainsaw exit of the haunted house running out, bringing them right back into the scare zone so they can keep screaming all night long. That, like I said, is going to get moved away so that that area will actually open up and end up empty. Our DJ booth, where our DJ will be in here every night playing live music, rocking out. He'll have his own lights and stuff in there too. You've got this tree, which is a plastic tree we got from Spirit Halloween years ago. We've added orange leaves to it to make it Halloweeny, and made this kind of planter box around it with all this the prairie grasses and stuff coming out so that they look all, you know, creepy and old. Same thing on all these. Stage here, flame tower there that we made look all creepy and rusty. Attack dog that we need to touch up and fix so it doesn't look like shit, because right now it is broken and on the floor, so we got to touch that up before we open. But we had it, we needed a prop, and that worked, so there it is. We'll touch it up, we'll fix it, it'll look good once it's done. And another stage there, small opening there for the audience to come through. Scaffolding platform here that we can hop up on here and have a place to stand above the audience. It also creates a hide, because we can hide right here, jump out and scare the audience as they come this way. The main box here will have corn stalks inside of this, so corn stalks coming up over all above it. Scarecrows there, we need to add their hats back, and we can climb in this, and it acts as a scare box as well, and we can hide around it and everything. Other scaffold platform here, placed strategically so we can entertain the people that are in line as well as the people that are out in the scare zone. Another tree here. The large skull, which is inside, that I'm going to paint today, will go on that box. It's going to look real cool. It should have lights and stuff around it. We still need to add erosion cloth along that. It'll also have us up there shooting foam, shooting fog, shooting bubbles, all that stuff out. Right now I'm working on grommeting all these banners. We've got all these over here, all those over there, and then all these on the ground. These larger ones here, we're gonna hang up there on our building, take up all of that space. But the rest of them we're just gonna hang around the area. Last night, Jacob wrapped up our pumpkin cart, which is this. I found these old wagon wheel axles, and we just took them and made this broke down kind of pumpkin cart. And then we have all these pumpkins inside that we'll bring out here, add in our cart, so that it's like a cart of jack-o'-lanterns and rotted pumpkins and stuff. We'll add hay bales and corn stalks, make a cool thing there. And then right about here, Jacob is making our last prop today, which will be the entrance to a mine shaft. Pretty much because we have a large empty space here, and we've ran out of large props to take up space. So we talked about maybe grabbing some like broken down cars, kind of some things like that. We like that idea, but we don't have anywhere to keep broken down cars for a year, so we decided we have mine carts, we have trusses, we can easily build a cool entrance to a mine shaft that'll add another kind of thing in our scare zone, some more props and stuff, and it won't cost us anything. So here we made this entrance to the front doors with this gate that we had in the courtyard for years. The gargoyles are there, and then this property is condemned, and right when you come through it you get to look up and see Haunted Hills Hospital. We also put these social media signs up all through here. So you've got Facebook, Instagram, our hashtag, and Snapchat. And then we took these signs that we got and made it, since this is our queue line, it's kind of propping. I added it on a post and it says patient loading and unloading only. So we still have to clean up in here. We've been using this to kind of keep all of our tools, but today they're going to move all of that shit, get that over next to the dumpsters, and then this room's going to be pretty much clean after that. We got to move this fucking desk dresser thing, take it out of here, and then just clean up a bit, set up our lines, and then the outside is ready to go. So we are waiting on the hay bales and the corn stalks so we can really like wrap it up out here, but then once that's done, we're going to be all set. Tonight we've got our lights hung up all around, and it puts a great amount of light out here, but we think it's a little bit too bright. All of these bulbs are purple, but they're the right kind of purple, so they're LEDs, and they definitely create light that you would say that is a purple light. It gives you a purple hue, but they so anyone that's ever done lighting knows you have a problem when you do a colored light in a room. It'll turn everything that color. These lights, whatever they are, they don't do that. You can see the detail in everything with those lights on while also capturing the colored environment that you're trying to capture. So they're really cool, but they're a little bit too bright, so we're going to do something to them that I'll show you later tonight to hopefully make them kind of dim, add some shadows, because we want the scare zone to be dark. We want it to be lit up, but we want to have mystery about it as well. So we're going to try to achieve that tonight. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to go back to grommeting these because we need to get these hung up at about 3 o'clock, which should be very soon. So I've got a few more left. Let's do it. All right, guys, we're about to head out of here. I wanted to show you the stuff we got knocked out today outside. From what I'm told, the lighting inside is pretty much done. Propping inside is pretty much done. We should be hopefully ahead of schedule to where we can relax for a few days before we open. But out here in the scare zone, Jacob got the entrance to the mine shaft all built, so we'll get it painted tomorrow, and then we'll start propping it, closing it up, making it look right, so it's not just a giant archway with a fucking angled back. We got some pumpkins for the pumpkin cart. Don't know how much of this you can see. These two are real ones from Nick and Devin. These are the ones we got from HauntCon, these masks that we foam filled and then we repainted so they're all scary. We've got a few more to add to the pumpkin cart, and then we'll add hay bales and corn stalks and stuff like that. We hung all our banners up, so that's loud. So you've got like this one. Pretty much the goal is to make it wherever you turn, our name's in the shot. So you know you're there, you've got one over there, up there's our name. Turn this way, you've got the hashtag. Right here you'll have Hills Hollow Mining Co. You've got all of our social medias. Coming this way, you've got that sign there, that sign there. These scarecrows will each have one hanging on its neck. You'll have another one hanging here on the DJ booth. The hashtag one right there for when people are recording their friends running from the chainsaw. One will be on the tank, one will be on the padded cell, one will be on the werewolf, and one will be on the knife board. Over here, you'll have one on the flame tower. You've got the website up there, the website there. You'll have one on the scarecrow here. So everything has our name all over it. So then out here, we put some more stuff up. because the goal is to increase our social media presence. So to do that, we have to make sure that as actors, when we take a picture with the audience, that it's not just that's a cool clown, but it's labeled as our haunted house. So on back of this, you've got Haunted Hills. We put Haunted Hills here on the side. Old Haunted Hills sign up there. On that side, Haunted Hills there. Out here, before you walk in, this gate will be open, so this banner will be on the inside of this, but we put our Fear app right here, which is part of our interactive queue. Haunted Hills sign there, and then you've got more of it all around, so there's no way you don't know where you are. Also, just having people know your name is never a bad thing. We put up the chamber banner for the escape room, which we still need to wrap up. The banner for the axe throwing is on its way. The other Fear app one's right here, but it needs to go here instead because I don't like that it's on there. And then you've got two more along with our Hills Hollow condemned scare zone signs. You've got Hills Hollow or Haunted Hills right here in our hay bale area, and then Haunted Hills over here as you're walking into the scare zone and all around our vendors and stuff. So apart from that, we'll have 10 more signs that will be hanging up outside of our fence and inside of it. So the name is literally everywhere. You can't take a picture or a video or walk around without seeing it, and that is the intent. So anyway, that's the scare zone. That's the outside area. We'll be wrapping up inside. We're working on some costumes, working on that giant skull, all that stuff. We still need to do the other lighting out here, just clean up, stuff like that. So it's coming along. Anyway, we're going to close up for tonight. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I see lots more haunted house stuff. I'm Justin tuning out. You stay scary. Hi guys, welcome back. Today, up at the haunt again. We are like 9 days away from opening night. We open a day from tomorrow. We open, 7 days from tomorrow. A day from tomorrow, fuck. But what I just did was I walked through the haunt. Didn't really include any of the outside stuff, so I went through kind of a mental checklist. I didn't adding hay bales, corn, all that stuff outside, but this is the list of everything that needs to be done inside to move the haunt to opening condition. A lot of it is like clean this room, clean this room, clean this room, which all that shit is really fast. I'm hoping to get some people here today that can knock out a lot of that cleaning up stuff, because it's just like moving stuff to the tool room, moving stuff out that's not supposed to be in that room, shit like that. And I'm really hoping to get a large chunk of that list knocked out today. So there's that. Right now, Skylar's here. She's outside. She is painting the mine shaft from last night. Few things we did last night that I want to show you. First thing that's pretty cool, these pumpkins. This is going to be a new product from HHP. We molded a pumpkin, and we're making these guys. Now they won't be, if you buy this pumpkin, it won't look exactly like this, because sometimes like the foam reacts weird, so it might have spots of rot on it, stuff like that. But we will do our best to carve it and look like that, if you guys so wish. But these are going to go out in our scare zone. These 4 are the ones we have made right now. We've got one more that we need to make right there. It needs to be carved, and then we will paint it. The other project we worked on last night is this big skull guy. I based it in white, then I went over the whole thing with leather stain. Leather stain always looks kind of weird until you clear coat it. When you hit it with the clear coat, it really pops that kind of brown. But we've got the top, and there's the bottom. We're going to be adding a bunch of blood and paint to it, stuff like that, to make it really cool. And then that skull is also headed outside to the scare zone. We also started working on a whole bunch of jumpsuits and other stuff like that. We did a bunch of patient pants last night for the haunt. We're getting the costume stuff together now. So we ripped up all of these jumpsuits yesterday. These ones still have to be ripped up. These overalls have to be ripped up. These robes need to be ripped up, and all of that needs to get painted. All these straight jackets need to be painted as well. So we're moving right along on that. But anyway, guys, I need to see what these are for, because Ward B pants need to be dyed. But anyway, we're getting stuff together. I'm going to be working on the costumes. I've got some stuff for HHP to knock out real fast, get that stuff done. So I'm going to do some painting on some masks for a bit, get that stuff knocked out so it's done, and then I'll start working on the costumes for the haunt. So let's do it. Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're up here at the haunt. It is Monday. We open on Friday, so it's time to finish everything, to get it to a point where everything is, we say that's it, it's done, let's open. Here's what I'm working on first. My plan is just go and do everything that needs to be done, work through everything, and I'll show you guys as I go. But first thing I'm going to do, I just took this wood off of the entrance to the mine shaft. I'm going to take those down as well. We brought this old long chunks of wood. We've had them at the house for a long time. We had these in the haunt for a long time. It was this giant wall we made out of these big long planks that said, "Rip the flesh, salt the wound." We're going to be taking those, cutting them down, and running them across this to close off our mine shaft. We're going to get that done. Devin's inside. She's going to paint the rest of our pumpkins, bring them out here. So we place them on here. I got some tea lights for those as well. This one, which is real, is already starting to rot, so you know, it's getting there. She got 3 more today that we're going to carve and throw out here. So that's coming along. We moved the dumpster. It was over here. Let me show you. We also brought these 2 mine carts to go out in front of the mine shaft for extra theming. That'll be cool. The dumpster that was here got moved all the way over there by the merch booth, so that the truck that'll drive in doesn't have to come into the scare zone every time it has to empty it. So this tree got scooted over. We need to move it back. The stage needs to go back. We need to clean up everything in here, get our electrical lines hung up, all that stuff, get this place ready to open. So that's my goal, and I'm gonna move inside, start working through everything in there, get all that stuff done too, and move on. Tonight we're gonna be recording some audio too. I've got 2 videos to make. One I need to record audio for, one I just need to edit. Then it's ready to go. Then we need to record audio for the radio show that will be playing out here in that room and in the ticket room over there. So we're going to get those 2 things knocked out tonight. We're going to be playing characters and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Last night we did dress rehearsal, and the haunted house looked goddamn good. Honestly, like, there's not much we can fix because it was basically perfect. Now we just have to get them to maintain that, and once that's done, like, it's going to be a hell of a show. I'll tell you guys, dress rehearsal, obviously I just said that went really well. We have been getting phone calls from everywhere for about a week now, from Michigan, Ohio, Wisconsin, Indiana, all over it, Illinois, Georgia, Florida, Nevada, Iowa, California, Tennessee, Kentucky, Wisconsin, I don't know if I already said that, Michigan, everywhere around us and other places far away. So it's yeah, it's gonna be a little wild. So I am excited to see how opening night goes, because all these people are calling about opening night,
and they're all going to come. They're already ordering tickets online a week ahead of time, and that never really happens. So we're going to see how it goes, but we need to make sure we're on top of our game for that as well. So we're going to get this stuff up and running. Curtis and Joe and Eric have been here all day working on stuff, wrapping it up inside, getting everything tight and done and ready to go. So yeah, anyway, let's work on Mineshaft. Alright guys, so it is a new day. Didn't vlog last night. We were working super late on a lot of stuff, so I want to show you what we did outside, show you what we did inside, run you through a quick update, and then tell you what we're going to work on today. First up, here is the new mine shaft entrance. We got the mine carts out here. This is all redone up and stuff. Hills Hollow Mining Co. We brought the TNT out here to put there. We talked about hooking up to a flame cannon where if someone's screwing around, like we don't tell anyone, but if they're playing around and they press that down, it's actually a trigger in there. But if someone presses it down, it launches like fire out of this, but there's trees up there, so that probably won't happen. We put this chunk of track here, like it's old track coming out of the mine. And then we're going to hinge this panel on back so we can get inside of this, because we're going to put a prop in there. So if anyone kind of peeks in there, like through this gap or something, if anyone kind of looks, there's something in there. And then we're also planning to mount a green light and maybe a fogger, so there's just fog rolling out of this and a green light that's glowing through like it's all scary and shit. But there it is, Hills Hollow Mining Co. The carts and stuff, very cool. I brought these masks out that we had for, actually planned them to put in the outside, but came out here anyway. So there's the new scarecrows. This one has some caution tape in his pocket for some reason. There's the Scarecrow 1, Scarecrow 2, very scary guys. We replaced this old attack dog with this one. We just still got to touch it up a bit, move the roof, bring it over so it's a cool prop and stuff. That's from Distortions. And then we did some stuff out here. Moved this, the thing for our beer app over. We were testing this last night and it wasn't working great. So we realized one problem was our boards were running horizontal. The grain of our wood, which is where your axe is hitting the stick, was going this way, which means it's hitting across your grain instead of with it. And it wasn't sticking. So we redid our slats, threw those up there. We also added this extra chunk up here to where now for someone to throw an axe over this and hit someone over there, I mean, they're gonna have to really try to throw it over the top of that. They can't just screw up and throw it over it, so that's good. Apart from that, we did a bunch of stuff inside. I'd show you in a bit. I'm about to go and grab the mulch we need for the courtyard, throw it on the floor, make it seem like the outside. Right now it's me and Joe and Faith, and Ben is supposed to be heading up here, so he'll help me a lot. And I know Devin's heading up here. Reese is supposed to head up here. I'm sure Randy will head up here tonight as well. We'll see what other help we can get. So Curtis and Joe were working on lighting and stuff all day yesterday. Lighting and pneumatics, things like that. And everything's starting to come together, which it needs to, because we've got today, tomorrow, and Thursday before we open. We got this airline coming down. Well, we took some blood and blended it in with our vines, as well as this cord here. So instead of looking like an airline and extension cords and shit, it looks like another blood vine. So that got done. Really, we're just doing like the wrap-up stuff, cleaning up, finishing stuff, the detailing, all that stuff is done. So it's cleaning rooms, securing like panels and stuff that need to be secured, taking excess crap out of rooms that doesn't need to be in them, shit like that. So it is coming along very well. I'm happy with the progress, and we're gonna open on Friday. So I'm about to go grab this mulch. We'll be back to lay it out. I'll show you everything. Let's do it. Something else kind of cool. We cleaned out our banners and brought old events that we did over here. So that's Christmas, summer, that was St. Patrick's Day. Over here you've got a banner from our Valentine's hunt where I was playing Mr. Grimm right there. Very cool. This is from Valentine's Day as well. Fortunately, we don't have anything from the haunting of Ebenezer. I wonder why. But anyway, there it is. Cool stuff. We're working on this skull. Devin's supposed to come here and paint it. And then Joe's working on a base to throw on it. We've been working on more jack-o'-lanterns, making them, painting them, stuff like that. There's quite a few of them over here that are already made. Different designs, faces and stuff. You can see, and they're coming out real well. This one's done too. Let's see what this one looks like. There's that one. There's another one. And then the makeup team actually all carved a bunch of pumpkins yesterday, like actual ones, that we took outside to throw into the pumpkin cart. But here is the list of stuff. My goal is to get everything on this list done today. So it's done. And we can move along. So let's do it.
Hello. I don't know if Justin already for the day, but I wanted to give you guys a quick update. We're costuming like a bunch of madmen. Got the heretic robe done. Blood's drying. Right now I'm splattering blood on all of the jumpsuits that need it. Got the bleach stains on the laundry room. Hannah's drying the bleach stains on these so they're faster. We got burned on the boiler room jumpsuits. I got all of the clown masks finished today. Christmas is dressing the robes. I painted this guy earlier, gave him an update. I'm waiting for the chunk blood to dry, and I'm gonna do a blood cross on the forehead. 3 days. Hello, it's me. Justin's not here. It's Wednesday. We open Friday. Wednesday at like, I think it's like 11 maybe. Putting in some final touches back in the Truman Court. This is our storage room. This corner was empty. We threw this shelf, the food pan shelf thing there. It was kind of empty here, so I don't know if you can even see, but we got this shit thrown in here. Yeah, you can't see in here at all. There's a corner here that I put some stuff in. This corner was empty, so I got a little army box with the Truman Corp logo on it. I'd like to get something up behind it, but right now, looking through the prop room, I'm not really finding anything that fits. Again, this corner was empty. This whole hallway was just very meh. There wasn't really anything in it, so I got a little file thing up in this. I added some dirtiness to these things just to give it a little bit more texture, so it wasn't just like a blank hallway. I'm gonna talk to Justin about this tomorrow. I'd like to get this up here just for something, some kind of decoration. This is supposed to be like office areas, so I figured they'd have some sort of decoration in their offices, like posters. I'd like to get some, like maybe like a calendar with like stuff to do and like maybe Janet's birthday and mark off some of the days. Another corner over here that was blank, so we filled it in. It's just me. I'm doing the Justin thing. It's we. Got this garbage can in here with some papers. Found this cool display case. Again, really, prep room started getting empty. It was full, now it's starting to get empty. So I got this really cool, Josh Hudson brought us this super cool old camera with its original like pouch and stuff. It's real neat. I don't know how old it is. Pretty old. So it's like, well, that's cool. I don't really want to put it somewhere where it's going to get broken, so I figured this would be something cool that I can put in here. I'd like to get some sort of tripod to set up behind it. Maybe throw some cloth in there to fill it up a little bit so it's protected in a bit, but still out. Also, in here, the morgue, got some more corner piles. Need to fix her. Hello. This corner, got some random bullshit. This corner, this post was just going to be thrown away. We had some sort of switch on it, and I said, don't throw that away. That would be a perfect coat rack for the morgue. So, like, they're calling for me. The doctor was, like, in here, and he hung his coat up and briefcase. I'm coming! But, yeah. Wrapping things up. Slowly but surely. Basically, what we have left is cleaning out the after hallways. Cleaning up the haunt in general, going through and sweeping. Outside's almost completely done. They just need to set up the flame towers. Costumes are almost done. Finishing them up now. Almost there. Hello again. It's the next day. It's like 4 p.m. Back up at the haunt. Me, Joel, and Eric are here right now. Joel and Eric are working outside. I would bring you out there, but Joel's got music playing. This morning, the three of us went to Sanders Farms, local farm in Chesterton, picked up like 50 bales of straw, like 15 bundles of corn. Got those all outside, ready for Justin to put where he wants them when he gets here tonight. They're finishing up, I believe, the flame tower outside, some last minute lighting stuff. I'm in here working on the rest of the masks. Those are done. That's the last of them that need to be dirty distressed. Oh, super zoomed in. That's more zoomed in. Finish this guy up. Got the bloody red cross on his forehead. Joel have him mounted outside with some fog coming out of his mouth. We're almost done. Getting there. All the necessary costumes that needed to get done are done. We just have a few extras that we'd like to have just in case some extras show up. This year, instead of just throwing extras in a basic t-shirt and pants, we're actually going to have extra costumes specifically for each room that are going to have, you know, the individual little quirks that we put on each costume. So we'll probably finish a few of those extras up tonight just so we have them. But I think we're at a pretty good place right now. Justin's probably going to get here and find a million things that we have to finish up because that's how he be. But I feel like we're at a better place than we have been in previous years. All the rooms are done. They're at a really good spot. The haunted house looks really fucking good, and I'm not just saying that because I'm our director. Haunted house looks really good this year. We've had the lights on. We've had the sound on. It just kicks ass. Our actors are kicking ass this year. Our costumes look great. The outside looks fantastic. It's going to be a long night. The boys get off work in a couple hours. They'll come up here. We're going to have another team up here. Really the big thing left is cleaning, getting things ready, organized. Might be a few small things here and there that Justin comes up with. Maybe he'll pull a whole room change out of his asshole. I wouldn't put it past him. But yeah, we're exhausted. I'm exhausted. But I'm excited. 25 hours till we open. It's going to be a good year.
Thank you guys very much.